Morning guys. You know, if you have followed me for some while, you know I am a big fan of Fiskars axe and I have used them for some years. But this summer I was on the range and forgot my axe there, and some low life stole it from me. And then I was almost axeless. Well, I got my small little wettlings, but it was a reason that why I changed from wettlings to the same size Fiskars, and the Fiskars is X10. I have two Fiskars, or I got two Fiskars, one X5 and one X10. Now I have ordered a new one, but after that incident with that stolen axe, I was home to my father and walking around in his garage, and I found this. It didn't look like this when I found it. It was very worn out, looked like shit. And I fixed it up the best I could. I oil it in, I polish that axe head and sharpen it up pretty good. What I did not do was bought the correct sheet, so I did my like Shannon true Texan would have say redneck sheet, but it works. I have the same homemade for my Fiskars X10 and that works perfect. I have sharpened it up pretty good. We can do a little test here, see if it sharp enough or as sharp as an axe. Can be. Well, I think it's good enough. It not have to be as sharp as a knife. And what about the axe then? I didn't know a lot about it. I could barely read that text here, and I have asked guys, and one guy at the Swedish Bushcraft forum at Facebook told me this is an hults bruk winter axe, and if I remember correct, he said that because the name winter axe is because that the handle is so thin, so you can use gloves when you chop. And what about the length then? What can that be? Could it be around 65 centimeters? So it's a pretty long axe. The Fiskars X10 is just around here. And why not use a winter axe? Because winter is common in Sweden and I am pretty cold, so I should start to chop some wood. I know it would have been better with and saw to chop this branch, but now I just want to test the axe. Maybe I'm going to test it on some bigger trees also. I'll be back. I just going to try to chop one of these branches offside, but got firewood. You see, I have been here before. Like, even so. Well, it chopped these kind of branches pretty damn well, I must say. Before I continue with that axe review, or what you will call it, I want to show you something. You know that I have modified my wrench grip on that screwdriver. But sometimes it's better to think before you do, because then I realized that when I strike, this also, that I know from the start, could bend, but then you don't hurt yourself. But why not do a little bit of sharpness on that side, where that wire cutter is? I don't know what I should use a wire cutter for in the bush, but maybe somewhere else. You can have this knife, whatever you like. But the wire cutter is still there. I just have touching it up here. And accidentally I just scratched the plastic here. But now when I strike the ferro rod, I can push as hard as I can, because now that the screwdriver will not collapse. And I have put on one of these. I carry my blade in a pouch like this, and I am so worried about drop my blade, so I'm walking around doing like this all the time. Put my finger here so I can feel, do I still have my blade, because this of course can snap. Now I can just feel the little string here. My blade is still here. That's just a little tip. I am not a big fan of lanyards, but I'm going to try to have it for a while. Look here now when I strike that birch bark with that screwdriver. Now I can press as hell. And it's not going to collapse. That's impossible. Should we continue then with that axe movie? This was not the fire starting movie. I don't have a clue where I put my axe. It must be around here, around 10 meters. Happens all the time. Even the professional do things like that. And I am not a professional. I am a redneck outdoor dude. Should we see if we can take down a piece of this dead standing? Or not really dead standing, it's just standing. It's not down here. But here I think it's no. That was not a good tree. Well, this one then. Bloody hell, it's a lot of rotten trees out walking today. This one looked dry. On the other hand, the other one also looks dry. Well, you see, I'm almost there. It chopped pretty well. But I just feel sorry for you if you don't have a big saw, if you're gonna cut down trees like that. Well, you can do it with an axe, of course, but that's a lot of work, because this is not the only cut I must do. A big bow saw is far better. Well, I am in no way an axe expert, but I know what works for me. And this axe could be okay. Maybe for a longer term of use. Longer trip, it's pretty long, like I said. But if you have a big bow saw and the smaller fiskars for chopping woods, you're gonna do as well. But I must say that I like it. It's far more pretty than the fiskars, that I must say. And it can chop too. I am not as accurate as Peter can use to hit. At least not with an axe. I use an axe when I must. Okay, that was all for me today. Now I'm going to eat soon, and bloody hell, it was hot. You don't need a fire when you have an axe. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. Out.